Everybody, I'm a little early today, 6:29. My name is Scott Rudler. I'm the Chief Strategic Officer of T3 Live. Welcome to the 6:30 Club. It is December 27th. It is Wednesday. Figure we're going to listen to a little Bob Marley radio since I'm not on the beach, hanging out, having bonfires, and and I'm in the office doing my thing. I figured, let me get out there a little bit. Anyway, hopefully everyone's feeling well. We are on day 3 of the Santa Claus rally. Meanwhile, Santa Claus has been here since Thanksgiving, hanging out, having a little extra turkey, a little extra stuffing. Seems like he's settling in. But anyway, we'll see how it goes from here. Yesterday was a really good day. Yesterday was more of a January effect type of rewarding day. I know that we were buying more IWM last week for a move into January. That happened yesterday. So if you buy it for January 5th and it happens yesterday, you never know what's going to happen. And then a lot of the little names that we figured might work, whether it was Blink, whether it was Neo, whether it was even the cannabis names. Wow. But Mega Cap did not join the party. Apple's been a little heavy, and we'll see how it all shakes out. But he didn't shoot the deputy. Anyway, oh no, I like a little reggae radio in the morning, right? Already been in the sauna, did my about 300 reps. Ice barrel is a little cold today, but good way to start the day. I think there are a lot of people that are getting ice barrels for next year. I think it's a great idea. Little fitness is good, clears the mind. I was in the sauna today, and actually heard an interesting fact. I don't know, this person was really talking about water, saying how, the human body, I guess, can go 3 days without water, and then you die. So you need water to live, but the same water that you need to live can kill you if you have too much of it, and it drowns you. So it's like a lot of things in life. It's like moderation. I don't know, I thought that was interesting, right? So deep, Red Dog, so deep. So here we are. What are we doing here today? Oh my goodness, the SPYs are down 2 cents. 90. Oh, nope, it's flat now. SPYs are flat. Anyway, this is the S&P cash, and oh my goodness, look at this. Hovering above the 8-day moving average all the way since October. And this is when, to me, the active sequence started. So some people like, Red Dog, the market's in cruise control on autonomous driving. When do we have to grab the wheel? Well, we did grab the wheel here, if you remember, this day. This was December 20th. This is when everyone said, it's over. And I was like, we need our retracement rules. What type of bounce back are we going to have to figure out whether or not that day is in control moving forward? And if you remember, we took out over half on the day after. So right there, that negated the power of this candle, and then we ate the rest out, and there we are. So now people are like, what's going to happen into the new year? Are we going to have new flows come in and push us another few percentage points in January? Or are they going to sell the winners that they can't sell today because they don't want to pay taxes in April? I'm like, we'll figure it out. I'm like, if you look at the weekly chart, the bears, if there are any left, are hoping that, by the way, this is, remember, intermediate approach. You should take a picture of this. This is the culmination, I'm 51 years old, of all the things that I started to do throughout the course of trading for a living and preparing for life, or retirement, or college, whatever it is. You got to live life every day, actually. But anyway, so the bears are kind of hoping. By the way, remember this, the Head and Shoulders top. This was the Head and Shoulders top coming into 2022. And then we broke the neckline. Oh, and then look at this, inverse Head and Shoulders with the descending trend line. And then we broke out here. All days I remember, days I had. You had to do major adjustments as a trader to participate and not fight things. So anyway, the bears are thinking about what might happen here at 48.18. Why is that important? This is the high from January 3rd. Remember that January 3rd? That week put a high in, and then look. So the bears have a chance. They have a chance for a double top. A bear's chance. We'll see. 48.18, that was that high here, right? 48.18. We're at 47.84. We are, somebody do the math. Who's smarter than a third grader? 48.18 minus 47.84. Let's do it. 48.20, 47, 40 handles about. Red Dog's not perfect. So we'll see how it goes. But remember this candle? Candles mean something. Look at the size of that candle. That took out this entire descending trend line, and then we got above it, and look at that. How did it happen? Well, that's how it happened. This day and these two candles ignited the move. Wasn't there a famous time in history? What was her name? She launched like a gazillion ships. Um, what was her name? Something. Helen. Anyway, so the Bears are hoping for a double top here. We'll see. If we get up here and pause, we are extended from the 8th day. Maybe there's some sells come in. Then you have 46.97. We shall see. In my report that went out, I'm thinking 51, 5,200 next year in the S&P at some point. We'll see how that goes. A lot of people say, Red Dog, how could we be talking about 4 or 5 rate cuts when the S&P and it's at weekly highs and technology? I'm like, I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. You know, we navigate these things. Anyway, so let's go back to the daily chart. You go back to the daily chart, you know, and there you are, just trending along. Go with the SPYs. Here's the SPYs. We made a small little new high, 476.58, above 47.89, above the 8th day that held. I actually sold some premium for this week, just in case some things don't go and they suck some premium away. So, you know, some people like Red Dog, what are you carrying? Carry the load. No. So that's the alpha team. Everyone's talking about still. Everyone still wants this Tesla to break above, you know, 259, 262. But you know, Tesla just hasn't been the place really to be this year, except for small spots. But you know, have some Tesla on. I have some Nvidia on. I have, you know, some of the smaller names on. I have some options on that I'm still going. I went out a little short to SPYs yesterday just as a hedge in case. Seems like midweek they try and shake things up. I'm also short some 413 calls for Friday and 479s, thinking, you know, playing a little judo. The SPYs are 475.65, so that's 3 handles high, 3 points higher. You know, if it doesn't get there, I keep the dollar. If it gets there, I still can keep the dollar. If it gets through there, I'm making a lot of money in my longs on the way there. So that's how I've been hedging. I've been hedging a lot during this active sequence by selling premium a few dollars higher, a few days higher, versus, you know, being long short at the same time. It gives me a little bit more room mentally. So I have to be perfect. But anyway, let's see where we are. Where are we? So anyway, so that's the SPYs. Qs still 411.56. Another new high. Just moving along. IWM. I got to show you guys something. Look at this 8-day moving average. First of all, remember this was my lotto play I was on with, I think, JC and some of those guys, and then Zynga. And I talked about doing lotto calls, and since then, you know, you've had these patterns where it goes sideways and ignites, bull flag ignites, bull flag continues. What do I have on? I have I've been rolling them up, 205s. Okay, I think I bought them for $1 or $1.40 last week, and here we are, almost at 205. You know, so been rolling those up really well. Thank goodness. 204.56. You can see the weekly chart. I posted this a bunch of times. You know, showing the channel, right? We like to channel surf. Anyway, that wasn't really funny. I'm not really funny. My wife says it too. Too busy to be funny. No, I'm kidding. So this was 202. This was here. This is 204.56. 204.56. There you go. That is yesterday's high, on its way till 212. That's a big point of reference. That was when we kind of broke down, if you remember, 2022, and then we retested it. So my, you know, target, or at least my, you know, you have a pathway through the trees, you don't run right into one where you know where it is, was about 212-ish. I thought maybe January 5th or the second week of January. It seems like it's on its way. You never know how fast it's going to happen. And at this point, you don't have to know. You just have to keep rolling it up and then having some trailers and taking trades along the way using a tier system. Anyhow, so that's that. You know, going over another sector, gold. Like I said before, this looks really good, ready to go. I have 2 different sets of options on for gold too. You know, looks like it's ready to finally take out this 192.40-ish. You know, for all you gold guys out there. Remember, I was buying the 50-day. Everybody was all upset. The trap. I'm like, let's buy the 50-day into Fed Day, and made some good money. And I still have some of those on, and I rolled some up because you look at the weekly chart. Look at that weekly chart. Look at that channel. It looks ready to go. Nice bull flag above the 8-day, 192.40, 193.30, 194. You go to the monthly chart. Look at all these time frames. Time frame continuity. I feel so smart. Anyway, cup and handle. Seems like you got to be in gold for the next whenever it happens. Anyway, could also be in Bitcoin. Bitcoin's working too. A lot of things are working if you're looking for them. A lot of things are working if you're putting your plan together. A lot of things are working if you're using your process and system. What's not working is being stubborn. What's not working is not looking. What's not working is, I don't know, just there's a lot, some days don't work. I've gotten, a leg sweep here and there too. But if you do move your feet, right? They say move your feet. I listened to a video today I put on here. Look, let's see. Right here, let's go to Redler Premium for a second. Oh, let's go to this Redler. This Redler, I put this video. This was a video. Oh, there's me talking right here. New year, new mentality, right? Let's see.
You're not the same person you were a year ago. It's an important thing to understand. Progress is incremental. We often fall into the habit of looking forward, looking ahead. It's wonderful. We want to push boundaries. We want to be looking down the road.
By the way, these videos,
but
when I'm in the sauna, that's what I'm doing. I'm listening and I'm internalizing it.
Stress
and it's like, I guess it's a way of...
and not just feeling like enough versus being...
I guess it's kind of like feeling like, it's my meditation. A lot of people meditate certain ways. A lot of people do things in the morning to get their mind right. So I listen to these videos, and these videos sometimes help give me some thoughts, and I internalize them, and then I think about thoughts, and I'm like, how do I send this video to Chase? I sent the video to Chase because there was a lot of things on there about, the you are now, and liking where you are and where you want to see yourself and what you have to do to get there. Anyway, let's go back to the charts. You guys, that's why you have me. I'm not here to be your guru, instructor. I'm just, there are things that help give me inner power to make decisions so I can execute, because with trading, you need to execute and trust yourself. How do you execute and trust yourself? Through repetition, through being in the moment, moving around. Like I have all these like level 2s up. Anyway, this is where Tesla is. So Tesla's not doing a whole hell of a lot. So let's see where the chart is. Does look tight. Look tight. Right there. It looks good and juicy. Charts look good and juicy, aren't we such weirdos? Anyway, 258.22, 259.84 gets above that, and there's nothing there. Come on, Elon. So you've been lagging all year. Let's give us some Christmas power. Anyway, so I'm in some Tesla. I'm in some Tesla calls. We'll see how that goes. Nvidia poked its head up yesterday, fast. We talked yesterday about this wedge. Anybody remember when I was on with Mark Haynes and there was the wedge on Wall Street? He's like, so Scott, this is wedge gonna give you a wedgie. I'm like, you just say that on TV, Mark? And then he ate his Cheetos with ketchup, and then Erin Burnett, who was on at the time, was kind of chuckling. It was like the Beauty and the Beast. Anyway, it was a fun time back then. Now I'm on Fox Business 3 times a month. I love them. I love Liz. I've been on there for about a decade. Everyone's like, why aren't you on CNBC anymore? I'm like, because Scott Wapner knows everything. He doesn't need me. Anyway, so this is the wedge. How high did it get to yesterday? This could be now 496. So let's get 496. Gets above 496. Hey, maybe you get 499. Gets above 499. Hey, maybe you get 504, 508. This could be gone now. This line doesn't matter. Now it's this. Now it's all about this. We'll see. So far it's been, everyone's like, oh my God, the Nvidia's had such a big year. I'm like, it did when a lot of people weren't looking for it. And then all of a sudden it's been in a range since July. Wouldn't it be nice? It'd be nice if we can get up above here and make us some money. Anyway, so I am still focusing on Nvidia and Tesla. They're so far so good. But that's not really what made me money yesterday. Some people are like, hey, Red Dog, did you see this day one in SL? Remember SCLH? That was a big winner for a lot of people back in the day. Well, here's your day one. So that's a new trade, perhaps. How do you stick with a new trade? Well, you want to see if a new active sequence starts, and this ignited above this. Now it's got a hold right here. If it holds right here, holds 50%, makes it easy to stay with. Then maybe you add to it, and then if it gets above yesterday's high of 53.40, Then you get a day 2, right? Sometimes a day 1 leads to a day 2, right? Sometimes this time of year I talk about day 1. What's a day 1? Day 1 is when you start something new, not one day. One day I'll do it. No, no, no. Day 1. Anyway, this is a day 1 here. We'll see how that goes. I will say, like, Microsoft's annoying. It's annoying, but we don't just have Microsoft. That's why we have a bunch of things at the same time, because sometimes one thing's working, sometimes another thing's working, and you never know which is going to work on each day. You could tell that mega cap was not the place to be yesterday because Apple was a little weaker. Apple's been just dripping along, so no one's been in a rush to buy Microsoft, or even, Google gave us the move last week and Amazon gave us a move. Do I think Amazon has one more move in it? I hope so. I hope so. Anyway, I want to live. That was from Braveheart, when he was like, I want to freedom. He didn't want to just fight and fight and fight. But anyway, this is when we made really good money in Amazon, and then you had to push to 155. So I've already sold half. Would I like to make money on the other half? Damn straight I would. Did you call the code red? Damn! No. It might be nostalgic, all those movies. But anyway, we're above the 8 day. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's in the game, right? It's in the game. So we'll see how it goes. Right now it's only Wednesday. We still have a bunch of days left till 12/29. 12/29 is right here. 1, 2, 3 days for Amazon to make one more move. If it doesn't, then I'll make money on the Q's, premium sold and that, and just it is what it is. But if it goes again, we'll be there. And if it goes again, I'll buy the stock. Google could use a little bit of a rest, a little red dog reversal. This is your day to buy it, and a little red dog reversal. Now we'll see. I already went over Tesla and Nvidia still look best right there. AMD, wow, AMD is like the gift that keeps giving. Look at that move through 140. Woo, just like that, right to 143.37. AMD paid us last week because it did 143. Now see if it holds 137. Did it hold 137 to rebuild in the year end? A move above 140 gets it going. All right, so I'm so sophisticated in my language. How could anybody follow me? That's why people follow me, because I'm not that smart. I talk like I'm talking to my mom. Mom, in order to get to 143, we got to get above 140.70, so that's where you go and buy it. Anyway, so what paid yesterday? Neo. What a nice move. Look at that. Neo into the gap. Where do I think it can go? I think it could fill this gap. This is 1021. I was buying options in here. This day sucked, excuse my French. But then it rebuilt. And I got back in, and I always stayed in the options. The reason why you're in options is so you don't have to, be as on top of it. Risk is premium paid. If you have an idea, you go with it. And if the idea turns into a good trade, you go with options and stock. That's why I have Neo stock and options. And I do think it could, get to here a little bit more. You go to the weekly chart of Neo. It obviously tells you a story. Remember this? This was awesome. I remember that. And then, hey, look at that. It broke to 54 the 8 day. Then the inside wedge broke lower, and now it's curling up. Last time I made a move, it went to 16. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but there's a little bit more room here. Yeah. What TV show is that? Yeah. Entourage. Anyway, I miss Entourage. I've watched Entourage so many times. Chase is watching Entourage and his friends. It's so funny. All right, so what else worked? The Blink worked yesterday. Oh, everyone's like, Red Dog, it hit this 460 where it's over. I'm like, well, it's a point of reference to sell into if you bought it a little bit on last week, like I did, which is what I did with options. Remember, I'm all in. I trimmed some and now let it go sideways, and chances are it's going to 580. You go to the weekly chart here too, and it's like, there's room. I haven't looked at this weekly chart. Remember this move? Wow. Why can't I get to here? Wouldn't that be nice? So we gotta charge your EV somewhere, and not everyone can use the Tesla network. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. I'm in it. I just use a tier system. It's part of my process. Blink. that wasn't funny. Anyway, 580. You should go follow Leah. Leah is really good at these kind of charts, and she looks good when she winks like that. Anyway, not Red Dog. Anyway, a lot of characters out there on Twitter. What else am I looking at? Bitcoin. Bitcoin's still hanging around. It's taking its time. Everyone wanted a crypto Christmas. Now you maybe have crypto New Year's instead. Bitcoin is hanging in there. Look at that. Hanging up here. I told you, give it to 40,000. Don't let them steal your overnight crypto at 42. So now still looks pretty good. Looks like it could take out this 45 if you're trading it. Yeah, and if you're trading coin and Mara and Riot, you're doing great. I was very, very, very involved with Square, which a lot of you were. Right here, my goodness gracious. Can't believe it's already almost at this 80. Stick with trends. I left this one a little too early, but remember, I can get to the 200 day into here. Had to come up with that with the weekly chart. Oh, that's a good song. Square. Remember this move? Broke right here. This is the spot. Can even go higher. Anyway, got some energy today. Yeah. All right, so if that's a spot though, I'd be careful into that 80-ish. New ideas. Do I have any new ideas? Somebody said. I don't really that many new ideas. We're up 7-8 weeks. I have my January effect names. CELH was a new trade that the Alpha team got in yesterday. Rivian is moving along. I'm in Rivian also. Looks like at some point maybe they'll want to take out this spot. It got rejected into there. I'm still long some. I'm trimming it. I can go to 28-ish. A lot of these on the road. Just don't be thirsting for ideas. Don't give back money that you netted that took a long time to find. Trim and trail. See how things evolve. Don't fall asleep on the wheel. Right now we're in a little cruise control, but maybe you got to grab the wheel and manage things a little bit closer. It's 6:50 now. I'm gonna do 30, 40 charts, and I'm in the office drinking my iced coffee. Here because Chase is playing varsity basketball. I'm gonna watch him today. They're not allowed to go on vacation, so we're not allowed to go on vacation, which is fine. I like being in the seat. That's why I'm listening to a little reggae radio. I know this song came on, but anyway, let's see if we can make some money. Keep stacking it, packing it, racking it. If you're almost near the high water mark, great. If you're well through and at the highs of the year, boom, you get a check in the semi, you deserve it. If you're not where you want to be, I get it. It hasn't been the easiest of years. There's definitely been days that are insulting that go against the good book, but how do you get past it? You make little small steps. If you feel frozen, sometimes you just make a little step and all of a sudden you thaw out, and then little steps lead into bigger steps, and bigger steps go to firmer ground, and you don't got to climb a mountain right away. Just maybe get over that rock. And it could be a pebble, wherever you got to start. But if you don't start, you can't get anywhere. Remember, day one, not one day. I'll see you guys later.